Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment. Good morning. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. It is your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my girl, my little sister, Miss Morningstar, and we are from Our Plugs, a community connection. Happy, what day is it? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. You know, it's a short week, so I'm a little lost on the days. I'm trying to get everything done in a few minutes, a few days before we take off on this 72-hour holiday weekend. And I'm a little excited not to have to go into the office on Friday, not to even think about work on Friday. But anyway, it is Wednesday. I also want to say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing in our journey. We appreciate you all. All right, so here is your, look at that. Look at that cup. I love my cup. Isn't that cute? That came from Mrs. Jack from Sparkle Kick Store. But here is your daily reminder to drink 16 ounces of water every morning as soon as you wake up, and to also take your morning medication and get you some vitamins in your system. Also drink you or eat you a delicious breakfast, or drink you a delicious breakfast, and get ready for a wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Miss Morningstar, our affirmation queen, and get some positive energy, some positive vibes going this early Wednesday morning. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. Happy Wednesday, hump day.
Yes, good morning, guys. Happy hump day. We
Yes.
more than halfway there, y'all, because
Yes.
we got an off day coming. So we more than halfway there. So happy hump and a half day.
That'll
Welcome
work.
in. I hope everybody is enjoying their morning. Got that melanin energized. Get out there, put your face in the sun, ground your feet into the worms, and
Into the dirt and grass, not the worms.
worms.
Stop it.
Do all that good stuff that's gonna make you feel good and get you some energy in, and make you have a great day. So make sure you guys get out there and do that. So we're gonna get into some affirmations for women. And today is Mental Health Day. We are talking about a woman's topic today. Okay, so it is going to be very educational, and I wanted to affirm my ladies because, we are taught to put ourselves last. It's just natural. We are taught to put ourselves last, prioritizing others, happiness above our own. It happens. It's really a natural thing that we tend to do as powerful women. So perhaps you learned to that and think to yourself that in a positive light, or it's selfish to or conceited when you think of you. However, we have to affirm ourselves. Affirmations is a great way to practice affirmations in front of a mirror. We talked about that before. It can make a huge difference in our lives. And it's strange. And if it feels strange or awkward, get used to it, because it's an experience that'll make you feel good. It really does. It might seem weird the first time, but you'll get the hang of it. So let's talk about some affirmations you can say to yourself in the AM or throughout the day. I can create the life I've always dreamed of. In every moment, I'm exactly where I need to be. Every day, I make choices that support my well-being and my self-worth. Every day, I am getting better and better.
Amen.
I celebrate each day through gratitude. I have the courage to go after my dreams. Every day has the potential to be the best day of my life. I can always begin again. I can get through these difficult days. Today will be a success. Every day is a new opportunity to experience magic. I give myself permission to be okay with exactly where I am at this moment. My presence alone will brighten up someone's day. I have survived every day before this, and that's the truth.
Amen.
Today is full of possibilities. My ladies, go out and be the great women that you are, the powerful women that we are meant to be, but do not forget to take care of you first.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Morningstar, thank you so much. It's always nice to hear a reminder, because life sometimes gets a little heavy, especially when our bodies are changing and as we get older, we don't we don't have, that youth any longer. However, we are still mentally trying to prepare and get through life. So thank you for those reminders of our greatness and to continue to be great. Let's go ahead and hop into this weather. Holly Springs today. You have a high of 96, a low of 74. Feels like 106. It is hot. 106 degrees during the day, 78 at night. I know, clutching my pearls, my goodness. With a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be partly cloudy during the morning, but sunny and hot. Humidity is high during the day and very high at night. Drink you plenty of water. Man, I look. Anywho, Memphis, Tennessee. Today we have a high of 97, a low of 77. Feels like 107 degrees in Memphis, Tennessee today. I'm not with it. This is childish. A low today of 84. That's that feels like temperature with a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be sunny today, hot, humid, muggy. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night. Plenty of water, drink up. H-Town, hot Houston. Now we're used to this, but it's still hot. High today of 95, low of 77. Feels like 102 degrees during the day, 86 at night with an 18% chance of rain. Winds out of the south southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It is going to be partly cloudy and hot and muggy. Humidity is high. Yeah, hot, disrespectful heat. I have to agree with you, Sparkle Kicks. Disrespectful. Yes, this sun is a new sun. I'm here to report. It's a new sun. It's a different sun. It's a hot sun. And drink plenty of water. I know that as melanin people, we feel like we don't need the sunscreen, but we do because melanin people can get skin cancer as well. So look, put on your SPF, whatever you choose to wear. Put some on if you're going to be in the heat in the sun for a long period of time. Also, put on a hat when you go outside. Take you a bottle of water. I can't express enough how much water you need to drink versus sodas, versus juices, and especially versus alcohol in the sun. All right, you guys, that is your weather for today. Oh, now it's time to get into some news that we can use. Mr. Morningstar, would you like to go first?
I can. I mean, so in Memphis news, I came
Yes, ma'am.
across an article. The mayor, they have a young mayor. The mayor, well, his name is Young too. Mayor Young, he declared July 1st, which is today in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm gonna tear this name up, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The Ha'ari people. Have you guys ever heard of the Ha'ari people? They're from Ethiopia. They are an Islamic nation. They're Muslim, and they are being recognized for the rich culture, heritage, history, and community contributions they make within their community in the
Oh,
Tennessee
good.
area. So I did never heard of those such people. I looked them up. They are people of the city. That's what they call themselves. They're a group inhabiting the Horn of Africa. Members traditionally reside on the walled city of Hara, called the Gray City, and it is in eastern Ethiopia.
Okay.
Yeah, so they speak their own language, Hawaii, and it's a South ethnic group with with the Semitic subfamily of the Aphoristic languages. They're a small remnant group. They've been here since the 1500s. They until 1974, they lived exclusively inside the stone walls. They made their way to Tennessee.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and they have a lot of history behind them. They are Muslim, but not your typical, Muslims. The women don't cover completely.
Hmm.
They're hard workers. The women are pretty extraordinary. They make a lot of they're into basket weaving. That's like one of their top things. They do a lot of different things. So he decided to name they have an annual it's called the Hawaii Festival,
Hmm.
celebrating over 2 decades of cultural preservation and unity in Tennessee. So he decided to go ahead and honor them by giving them that day.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
So
always be recognized.
yep. So this year, the annual festival is going to take place at Cordova High School in the Memphis area from late June through July 5th. If y'all need something to do, go check out their festival. I'm pretty sure you'll get some nice custom made items. You'll get to learn some
Absolutely.
cultural stuff. You'll get to, you might find some things out about you. You never know.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah.
Miss Moore.
I thought that was cool.
I did too. I have a story from Mississippi. I've got some good news. So, we talked about Alzheimer's and dementia last weekend. So, Mississippi just made insurance cover an Alzheimer's test that could change everything starting tomorrow, starting July 1st. Yes.
Ooh.
So, it seems that, let me get to it. For most of the history of Alzheimer's disease, early diagnosis was nearly impossible to obtain. It was a prohibitively expensive to even try. So confirming Alzheimer's required a brain PET scan that could cost about $5,000 or more, or a spinal fluid tap that most patients were reluctant to, undergo. Most families waited. They watched their loved ones forget a name, then a face, and then now, how to get home. So they watched their loved ones memories fade, basically,
Mhm.
because who can afford just $5,000? And a lot of people have Alzheimer's. By the time the diagnosis came, the disease had usually progressed into stages where little could be done. A blood test changed all of that. Biomarker testing, specifically blood-based tests that detect um, specific proteins associated with Alzheimer's, can now identify the biological markers of the disease years before symptoms reach a stage most families recognize at Alzheimer's. The test does not predict the future with certainty, but it gives physicians and families information they previously could not have obtained without significant costs and an invasive procedure. So, Mississippi is not a state that typically leads the country in health policy, an Alzheimer's on Alzheimer's, it had a reason to move fast. More than 62,500 Mississippians are living with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. That is a lot of people.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that is. The state ranks first or second in the nation per capita for Alzheimer's deaths, according to physicians and advocates who before the legislature this year, testified rather. Half of those living with the disease in Mississippi have never been formally diagnosed. So now, um, that is medically relatively during okay, so now they just passed a law called the Gills Law. The has FDA has approved two treatments for Alzheimer's. I cannot say these names: Lecanemab and I'm gonna have Nikki have to say these names. She's the medical professional. Uh, Two tests. Let me just say that two. Um, I can't pronounce them. That specifically target the buildup in the brain. Both are approved for early stage patients only. Both require the kind of early precision diagnosis that biomarkers testing makes possible. And so that way people can actually be diagnosed sooner, and without the insurance coverage, the blood test that enables that early diagnosis was out of reach for most of Mississippi families, but that law has changed that, which
That's
is amazing.
that's phenomenal.
Yes, I love to hear that we're making progress in the medical field.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only common sense for us to advance versus waiting. You want to catch diseases early. So with this, what I would like for people in Mississippi, if you have a loved one who qualifies for this, reach out to the doctor. And there are several different ways that you can get in touch with the people that you can get tested for, your loved ones tested for, and handle that quickly. You know, you don't want to sit back and wait for someone to move on to a different stage. You want to catch it as soon as possible. So I thought that that was some really good news coming out of Mississippi for our elderly. And some people aren't even elderly at all. You know, it doesn't, Alzheimer's doesn't have an age limit on it.
Right.
All right, Miss Morningstar, do you have another one for
I do.
Tennessee?
I don't have another one for Tennessee. I didn't get a chance to get another one, but I do have some
Oh,
nation news. You know, the Supreme Court did hand down some more rulings today, or
did
yes,
they?
and they did. So they upheld the executive order, because remember, it's an executive order. He has not legislated anything yet.
Nothing.
Nothing has been passed into law but the beautiful Boo Boo Bill. Okay, just that. But everything else has been executive orders. So the Supreme Court rules states can exclude trans athletes from female sports, which we knew they were going to do that. I mean, these people have nothing else better to do. And the percentage of that was so low that they tried to make this big deal of something that was absolutely nothing.
Instead of worrying about health care for people and
Exactly.
things that matter, you know, y'all are arguing over people's preferences versus what needs to happen for the nation to get better.
So I mean, all of a sudden everybody's a scientist, a biologist, and they know the makeup of people and they understand it. They just know everything. So that was one. But other than that, he lost the ruling on birth citizenship. So people born per the Constitution, people who are born on these lands of the United States are American citizens. You cannot take that right. I don't know why he thought that was gonna work. Your
Because
son
he's
isn't affected, you idiot. Like anchor babies.
my
What?
my thing is he does not think, you know, we're dealing with someone with alleged dementia or Alzheimer's. Allegedly, sometimes alleged means it's the truth.
Yeah.
But that's what we're dealing with. Someone, and then he's got a very evil, wicked administration who it seems like all they want to do is destroy America, burn it from the inside out, you know? They've infiltrated. So that's my opinion on them, those folks over there.
Oh yeah.
I do have one more story I wanted to bring up. So brace yourself for this, and then I'm just gonna ask you, you know, what do you think? All right. So Mississippi pharmacy owners ordered to repay $786,000 after Medicare and Medicaid billing scheme. Y'all still stealing money? Why is it that y'all gotta steal from Medicare and Medicaid? These are not, let me explain something. These are not brown people. These are not, you know, Hispanic people. These are not people of color, Black people, African Americans. Let me just read. Two former Mississippi pharmacy owners have been sentenced and a healthcare fraud case that officials said involved false Medicare and Medicaid claims tied to prescription drugs. Ricky Wayne, and John Anthony. If y'all don't sit down, Ricky Wayne Quinn and John Anthony Null, former owners of Medical Plaza Pharmacy in Corinth, Mississippi, were ordered to pay $786,972.10 in restitution jointly to the Mississippi Division of Medicaid, according to the reports. Yeah, citing Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch. Officials said Quinn and Null knowingly submitted false and fraudulent claims to Medicare and Medicaid. I wonder if they're related to Brett Favre. Anyway.
It's not about something they do, right?
Yeah. Brett stole, welfare.
Ours.
Yeah. Between 2017 and 2021, y'all had a long run. I bet you they thought they were untouchable. Anywho, for pharmaceutical drugs that were not given to patients. So y'all just writing prescriptions to nobody? The case was investigated by the Mississippi Attorney General's Office and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Service Officer of Inspector General and prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney Office for the Northern District of Mississippi. Did they get any jail time? Quinn was sentenced to 30 months in federal prison. Federal means day after day after day, one after the other. Quinn, followed by 3 years of supervised release, and Null had previously been sentenced on April 20th, 2026. Yeah, y'all are. I think they got off light.
I was about to say it's a little easy.
That's only 2.5 years.
Sound like those are the type of people Frumpy like. So
these are federal charges. So if he gets wind of it, y'all know he's gonna pardon them.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Oh, that's right up his alley. I got a feeling he got like a little ding button when somebody do some fraudulent stuff and he gets all excited. He probably like, ooh, I gotta see who this is. What did they do? What are the leftist liberals lying about? He crazy.
That a mess. They pay cash to runners in the community who brought them legitimate prescriptions. So you go to the doctor, get a legitimate prescription. They're gonna pay you so they can bill Medicare and get the money and never have to dispense the actual hugs. Wow. And then they let me read this. Prosecutor said the pharmacist dispensed the drugs to the patients, but the patients then provided the unopened drugs to the runners. The runners allegedly returned the unopened prescription drugs to Quinn and Null for cash. So y'all just double dipping. Y'all are playing double dutch, allowing the products to be restocked and billed to Medicare and Medicaid again.
Double dipping. Woo!
Double dipping. My goodness.
All that money.
The DOJ said the practice allowed the pharmacists to bill the programs numerous times for the same prescription drug products. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Yeah. I'm glad that those criminals are off the street. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, Miss Morningstar.
All right.
You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs, the Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs of Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. All right, sis, let's go ahead and bring up our sisters. Today, we are talking about peri-menopause. Yes. And peri-menopause in this heat is not a good look for anybody. Okay. It's not a good look. Good morning, sisters. Good morning, Miss Sparkle Kicks, Miss Jack. Good morning, Nikki. How are you, ladies? All right. Hot.
Let me say, I ain't complaining about the heat.
Like in the 70s over here. It's like 70 something once we wake up already, and I know y'all gotta have it too. Shoot.
I mean, 70 degrees is that? I mean, that's cool.
That's okay. Wake up weather.
Yeah, that's okay. Wake up weather.
That's what I'm saying. At 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm pretty sure. But then in the afternoon, it got boiling. Like we keep getting like this last couple of days. It's toasty out there.
Y'all,
Miss Jack, we are not complaining. We not complaining, Miss Jack. We not.
Yes, we are.
I'm about to say, y'all hear my sister Nikki in the corner, like, I don't care what y'all talking about. I love this heat.
It has been thick out there, and I've been out there in it just like, thank you. Thank you.
You would love it down here, Nikki. You need to go ahead and move. I don't know how you up there in the snow and you hate the cold. You need to go ahead and make that.
I hated it my entire life. I never liked cold, and I was born in the winter. I don't like cold.
I don't like it.
Right. You would think when you're born in January, you would
be able
to deal with it.
No,
none of it. I'm not built for nothing cold.
No, I was born and raised in Minnesota, and I still can't do the cold. It does something to my spirit, and so I'm so excited about this heat wave. Like it's hot. I go, as soon as you go out there, you sweat and it's thick. You can't breathe, but it's fine. It's fine.
What is wrong with you?
You don't get it. You don't get it. But every so often.
Let's hear you say that once menopause hits. Let me hear you say that because once menopause hits, let me see you say that. Right now, we are talking today about peri-menopause, but I'm gonna tell you, when menopause hits, that's a different kind of heat.
Can we skip past that? I mean, do we have to do peri and menopause?
I think let me tell you
what mine went differently because I had because I was put into a forced menopause because I had endometriosis. I also had adenomyosis. I had cysts on my ovaries, and I had fibroids. So the trigger warning or whatever we have to say before we talk about women's body parts.
Educational purposes.
So I
For
had
educational
my
purposes.
uterus was the size for educational purposes only. There we go. There we go. So my uterus was the size of a 10-week fetus.
She does.
It was
Delay.
swollen. And I think I have a delay.
You do.
So my uterus was swollen. Every time I went to the doctor, to the hospital, my cycle was 10 days. And there was always something like the Army. I'm thankful because the military did help me get like, anytime I had my cycle, it was like I had to be off for 3 days because everything was heavy, everything was painful. So it took a while for them to actually diagnose me. And then, you know, at this time, I am now 35 years old, and they have to have a conversation with me, and they say, well, you're not going to have children. You have to have a hysterectomy. That is the only thing that will stop you from having this heavy cycle, these issues, because I had to have surgeries on my ovaries and different things, different in and out, but it was always going to be that way because I had that condition. I had like 2 or 3 different conditions going on at the same time. So they actually had to prepare me. I had to get therapy to realize and understand that, hey, you're 35 and you're not going to have any children. We have to know that you're in the right state of mind mentally before we can even do the surgery. But you also, your hemoglobin is a 3 because I was always bleeding so much. I was so anemic and had to put me in a forced menopause.
How do they force menopause? How do they do that?
They gave me this injection, and I forgot what it was called, what the name of it was. And so they gave me that, and then some iron. I had to take iron, and it actually forced my body to stop menstruating and bleeding. It had estrogen, and I had a lot of things. And so they forgot to give me the pills for the for the hot flashes. They forgot to give me the side effect pills, and I was going through it. And so I called back. I'm like, hey, I'm burning up. Like my stomach keeps like building up fire and just shooting it out like a dragon, and it just
that's how you feel.
My whole body for like 10 straight seconds. I don't know what's going on. She was like, oh my goodness, we didn't give you the medication for the hot flash.
Everybody would have been cursed out.
I ran back up to the hospital.
I bet you did.
I was like, ma'am. And she said, I'm so sorry because I already went through it. I already know what it is. Huh?
That's what menopause feels like. You know, menopause. So when you start early, like you guys, I'm 10 years older than everybody on this panel. Well, I'm 5 years older than Miss Jack. But when you start perimenopause, it's your whole mind is different.
I'm not 10 years older than you.
Yes, you are, and you two are 5. But you go through different emotions, and I'm glad that we're talking about it so women don't feel like we're losing our minds, because that's how you feel when you're going through this, because your body's changing. Your body's changing. Nikki, from
losing it.
From a clinical standpoint, when you look at the age group, typically it's what age group that starts perimenopause?
So perimenopause is usually 40 to 44. However, you can start in your mid 30s and you can start as late as your 50s. So anywhere from your mid 30s, like 35-ish to 50, you could start going through the perimenopause and having those symptoms. So and when you're in your 30s, you don't think about that.
No, you don't.
My mom started at 32. And I don't know. I think I just woke up one day like, am I going through perimenopause? Like, what is happening to me? Just having night sweats and all type of stuff. And then I started hearing stuff every day. And I'm like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is. So researching this has been really good because it kind of opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that's been going on. And I'm kind of diagnosing myself. But yeah, so you could start as early as 35 and go through as late as 50 starting. But most people start in that 40 to 44 age range. And it usually lasts about 4 to 8 years.
What?
So I don't
That's
know
what
how
I was
that
about to say, the bad news.
how
Right,
that makes
really
you
bad
feel.
news.
I was 40. Okay, so when I first 45, it was just a year ago. I'm 46 now. I'm putting my business out here. But I was 45 and I thought I was going crazy because of those sweats. The sweats are insane, okay, at night when you're
The
sleeping.
night sweats.
When you just wake up and you're drenched. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Did somebody pour water on me? Is this a joke?
The
It's
entire side of your bed is drenched. You are
drenched.
drenched.
Mm-hmm.
You are drenched. That was the weirdest thing to me. Like, I am naturally a person, I do sweat. I've always sweat my whole life. Like, when it's hot outside, I have to keep me a little, I sweat.
Yeah.
I'm just, some people don't sweat. So it don't freak me out, but that freaked me out because that was not normal. That
And,
was
well, it's not what you're accustomed to. It's not, I won't say it's not normal. Those are some of the
For
symptoms
you.
of
no.
My
I'm saying it
husband
wasn't normal
sweats
for.
like that.
I'm saying it wasn't normal for
For
you.
me, I wasn't.
Miss Jack. Can you drop and come back because your delay? We're talking over each other because of the delay. So drop and come right back. Go all the way out, swipe all the way out of the app, and then log back into it because of the delay. All right. So what I was saying, Miss Morningstar,
Okay.
I do agree with you. It is drop and come right back, Miss Jack. It is not normal for you,
Right.
but that's part of going through it because
that's part of
you know your body, and this isn't normal. You've never had night sweats like that.
Right.
And all of a sudden it just comes on to you.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about were some of the symptoms so our listening audience can, stop thinking that they're crazy, because all of us had the same reaction. Am I going crazy?
Right.
With perimenopause, it also heightens your anxiety. So go ahead, Miss Counselor Nikki.
Okay, so during the time of that 4 to 8 years with the perimenopause, you're having hormone levels that fluctuate. Your ovulation becomes irregular. So your cycles become more unpredictable. And this starts well before you even go into menopause. And that's why sometimes they say you can have a menopause baby, because everything is off. So you can't predict, your cycle is no longer predictable, and your hormones are doing their thing, and your ovulation is not predictable either.
Wait a minute. Did you say a menopause baby?
Yeah.
Because I don't want nothing to do with the menopause baby, a menopause child. So basically, because your cycle's off, you don't realize that when your cycle's supposed to come. So that's why we see a lot of women who have children late in life. They may have oops and didn't realize they were in
Right.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I know someone personally who she wound up having her kid. We worked at Progressive Insurance together. And I think she had her son. She was 50 at the time, and she didn't know, her and her husband. She was like, her kids, her oldest child and her youngest are probably like almost 20 years apart, like for real. So
because you're going through this roller coaster with your hormones, and so everything's thrown off. You can't predict it anymore.
Yeah.
If someone were to come to me and tell me I'm pregnant at 50, we are going to have to fight, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Imagine your kids are grown and they tell you that you're pregnant at 50.
I'm wrong. I'm just gonna trip down the stairs. Let me shut up.
Stop it, Miss Morningstar. Lord Jesus, stop. Anywho, back to symptoms, Nikki. Miss Morningstar.
No, ma'am.
And then you don't actually go into menopause until you haven't had your cycle for 12 consecutive months. That's when they finally say you're in menopause.
Okay,
so You got 4 to 8 years of time to do. You have 4 to 8 years of time to do in the perimenopause realm. And so
they're gonna make sure you miserable for real.
Right.
12 whole months of misery and be like, hey, you got it.
Right, like you got it now.
Yes.
So the most common symptoms
go ahead.
Are hot flashes, night sweats, which we were talking about, which I thought I was having bad dreams or something when I first started having. I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening to me? What am I dreaming about? You know? And then I was like, because I'm just waking up soaked. Like, dang, I was scared, you know, but it was just night sweats, which does feel like an internal skin fire. It's crazy.
Mine came on. It doesn't feel like it's either like Miss Morningstar said, was just drenched, or just this overwhelming heat, and I just have to throw the covers and just
It's like
we have a fan at the foot of our bed now, so you just and then I go through
fighting
this motion
at night.
Then you throw the covers back on because you done got cold because the air conditioning is on, and then you're going through this. I went through about 5 times, like every hour, just on and off and on and off. It is so freaking miserable. Go ahead.
But I'm gonna tell y'all,
let
me give y'all one of my tips that I definitely used. I would go to Costco every single day and go and stand in their cooler. Man, when I tell you, I would go and stand in that cooler. I don't have the hot flashes any longer, but I would go and stand. That cooler saved my life. That's why Costco, I will gladly give them my money. That saved my life, like for real.
That was like at 3:30.
You're right.
Lady with the blonde braids will be showing up and standing in the cooler. Just looking at
it. And you know what? I was not alone. It would be like 3 of us standing in there talking. Sure would. Because your body is on fire.
That's
like,
insane.
Right. That is.
Like
that's what we go through. That's what we go through as women. Some people experience weight gain. Oh my goodness, weight gain. No matter, and I'm a former trainer, so no matter how much you train and you watch your diet, when you are going through perimenopause and menopause, you really need to get your hormones checked. I'm just going to put that out there. Get your hormones checked, because what it is Nikki, can you explain exactly what is perimenopause?
I don't see your picture, Kitty.
I don't see you.
I don't either. I hear her talking, but I don't see you.
We don't see you on StreamYard.
Oh my goodness. I cannot stand. Okay. Nikki, go ahead and answer that question. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me a second.
Okay, so perimenopause is basically the introduction to menopause, and perimenopause is where your body is your hormones are changing. So you're losing hormones, which actually can start to affect a lot of different stuff. And I think we don't realize how much it affects. Like she was saying, the night sweats, the fatigue, irregular cycles, vaginal dryness, pain during intercourse, weight changes, because those hormones are going up and down. And so we're keeping a lot of weight too around that midsection, getting you a little tired going around there and around the hip section because of the hormone change. Your hair might start thinning and falling out. Dry skin, joint pain, headaches, and heart palpitations are some of the big ones. Yeah. But I think the part that we don't think about is the mental health parts that are affected by perimenopause, because remember, those hormones we're decreasing our hormone levels, you know? Yeah. And that's where the medication tries to help you to replace it and get you back to that steady state. So when we think about mental health, there's like the depression, anxiety, irritability, mood swings, feeling overwhelmed, loss of motivation, low self-esteem.
Can we pause on mood swings? I know most people think that, women are moody. And sometimes we are moody. We have our moments. But when you are going through menopause, everything is like exponentially worse. The mood swings come out of nowhere. And then you got to understand when you're having all these things happen to your body, you get irritated. So then you got to add all that to the normal irritation that you feel at work, the normal irritation that you feel on your day-to-day life. And now you got to sit here at work and feel this heater build up inside you. It ain't cool enough in the office. Everybody asking you 10 questions. So of course your mood swings are going to start going up and down, up and down. People gonna be irritated with you, and you just have to explain it to them. Like, listen, I'm sorry. Let me just apologize in advance because there's a lot going on. But the mood swings are so real, a real part of menopause that some people don't really understand. It's not just us being grouchy or grumpy. It's a real condition, y'all.
Well, like you said, you got all that stuff going on at one time. It's affecting your chemicals in your brain. It's affecting you having brain fog. You're not sleeping. You're hot. You know, my mom used to tell us when we were younger, when she started going through it, she's like, I'm a female dog today. Don't talk to me unless you have to.
Right.
It was a warning, though. It was like,
hey,
that's what you sometimes you got to tell people. You don't want to tell them the in-depth things about your personal body, but warn some people sometimes. Hey, today might not be the moment.
And it's not, and it's not something that because mood swings are really real. It's not something that you just really can see coming on. Because you can go from, I'm already a Capricorn, right? So I'm 0 to 100 real quick. Period. And I really don't have no middle by nature. So that was just, it was like 0 to 1,000 on some stuff, like, 1 minute, and then I'm crying. Oh, did you talk about the emotions? The emotions?
That's good.
Not right.
Yet. Okay, go ahead.
Jackie, you want to talk about some emotions, or you want me to keep going?
The only emotions I can relate it to, because I've never had a baby, but what I was reading is similar to the emotions that women go through when they're pregnant. It's the uncontrollable emotions, and it's just kind of postpartum and when you're pregnant, because you overreact emotionally to little things, like not having your type of food that you wanted, that you drove all the way to the store to get, and they don't have it, and you just crying, and you don't know why you cry. It's overly emotional outbursts and things like that. So it is not, you are not going crazy, people. It is the most part.
When you're pregnant, you have 10 times the hormone levels in your body to help you produce a life. So your hormones are way up. When you're going through peri-menopause, your hormones are shooting down, and then they may go back up. They're going back and forth, right, in that whole 4 to 8 years, because your body is changing. Mm-hmm. And so the levels are not stable, which allows your emotions to kind of be, you're a little bit extra sensitive because you got a lot of stuff going on with your body and you don't know why. You wake up and you don't look the same. No matter what exercise you do, you just, that little pooch in your stomach or them hips, they just ain't going nowhere. And you're like, I don't know what else I can do. Your knees is hurting. You can't, pop, lock, and drop it like you used to.
Pop, lock,
you're not right. You're not
painful to pop, lock. Everything ain't bouncing back the way and we take it as part of aging, but it's also part of being a woman and having menopausal changes to your body. There are things that will not change unless you have like a surgery.
Yeah, and then go ahead.
I didn't realize that your joints are affected by it as well.
Absolutely.
Your joints. So that sometimes that wake up in the morning, you be like, who hit me?
Don't lay on your arm too long. Don't lay.
You don't know.
And you know what? There's something called frozen shoulder.
Frozen shoulder. So I've had it happen.
What is that? Okay.
So it's best as our body is changing. You know how we used to lay on our sides and you could lay like that and no problem. But as you get older, your bones can only take so much. You got to think about it as you age. That's your bones as well. We got to take a commercial break after this. But I talked to my doctor about that because I kept waking up with the frozen from laying on my side. or my back would hurt. It's like, it's not my sciatic, but I'm turned sideways, so my side, right where your sciatica would normally hurt, would bother me. So she told me to lay straight back, and it took me a while to get used to sleeping flat on my back with my arms down by my side versus up, because when your hands are up or to one side, your body, it's like that for 6 to 8 hours. You're not moving it, so it gets stiff joints is a part of peri-menopause. So they tell you to lay flat, and when you wake up, instead of hopping out of bed, stretch. Stretch while you lay there.
Out of bed.
Before you jump out of bed, pull your knees to your chest, rock side to side. If you can turn your knees to one side and your body to the other, and then do the other side. Remember, I was a trainer, so you got to get those stretches in there. Trust me. Rotate your ankles. I had a client who stepped out of bed and broke her ankle from stepping out of bed as soon as she woke up. So our bones become brittle. Our bones become, and our bodies are taking, it's part of aging. So let's take a commercial break. You guys remember what's the number one thing that you do when you wake up? You stretch.
Thank God.
Well, outside of thanking God, amen. Thank you for above ground versus below, but stretch your bodies, ladies. All right, and that goes for men too. Y'all need to stretch as well. You are listening to Our Pleasant Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with our plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Remember, Iran doesn't have a choice in a lot of this because we destroyed so much. And I'll give you a quick math equation. Okay, maybe they do end up getting $20 billion, let's say. Let's say we're still $300 to $500 billion ahead, considering we destroyed their Navy, destroyed their Air Force, destroyed all those nuclear facilities I already spoke about, their steel manufacturing, their drone manufacturing, and so many other things. We destroyed all that and closed their ports. We're pretty far ahead.
So we destroyed everything, and we're going to pay them to rebuild it all, pay them to open the strait that was already open for free. And at the same time, people here in the district can't afford to eat, can't afford their health care, and can't afford rent. Got it. If that don't make sense to you either, please consider supporting my campaign. Go to BernardTaylorForCongress.com. Let's bring some change here to Florida.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out MorningstarBoutiqueByTam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs of Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. So today we are talking about perimenopause, and we're just having a discussion just to ensure that everyone understands that you are not crazy. When you're going through perimenopause, you are not crazy. We do have a comment from Maud over on our TikTok channel, and she says D3K2 is a great vitamin source when you're going through perimenopause. And I agree with that. What you want to do, when I remind you guys to take your vitamins in the morning, you want to take those vitamins. Those vitamins help support your bone health, your liver, your kidney. We need those supplements. And as we get older, you need them more and more. Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion to another good vitamin that I have been taking, and it is a good vitamin. And I asked my doctor last week when I went to my doctor's appointment, and she actually sells it. It's Black Girl Vitamins. It's called, the company is Black Girl Vitamins.
Black Girl Vitamins.
And it's called Menochill. And it is a perimenopause vitamin. You take them daily. And if you know me, I got to get back on my regimen because I'm not good with taking pills, y'all. I hate taking medicine, but I
take them first in the morning.
First in the morning, I know whatever else you got to take, just take it. And it does work. It really does. It helps with your mood swings. It helps with the sweats. It helps just with everything you're feeling. Gives you energy, and it also curbs your appetite. It does all of those things. And I saw them in her office. It's called Menochill.
Menochill.
Okay. And I saw it, Menochill, and I saw it in her office. I said, "Oh, I had those at home," and she must sell them as well. Like maybe she's a
distributor of them.
Sponsor or something. And she's like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "A lot of my patients love this vitamin, and it's by a Black woman. It's a Black woman Menochill."
And I've tried spoiled child collagen, and you can put that in stuff. You can drink it as it is, and I did that every day.
Yeah, you can put it in a smoothie.
You can put it in stuff. I just take a shot of it every morning. It comes in like mango and pineapple, but I really did see a difference with that too, with the symptoms, with the weight, with energy, with like my bones and stuff. My joints feeling a little bit more like, healthy, like moving better. Yeah. Feel like I got some oil on them, like the Tin Man. Feel like somebody put some oil on me. It just felt like I was.
My husband says motion is lotion because he's a physical therapist. Motion is lotion.
He is. Yes. Absolutely. And that's why we encourage you to walk every evening.
I have my little walking pad to try to walk. Also, they prescribed me a medication that I'm taking now, and I can't think of the name of it for the life of me. This is really, really, I think it's like a 0.5 milligram pill. It's some kind of form of estrogen. And I saw, and my body usually reacts well to medication because I don't take a lot of medication. So the first night I was having like 4 or 5 up and down. Then the next night, maybe 2 or 3. The next night, maybe 1. So right now I'm in that one stage.
Of going up and down, doing what? Going to the restroom?
No, throwing the covers off, sweating,
You
fanning,
fighting with the
kissing.
covers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that
You
dance
need to
I
chill
was
out.
going through. Yeah. So now it's kind of calming down.
Mine's definitely
I'm
calming
like,
down.
woo.
I ain't say it's gone, but
Yeah.
Just keep living. It gets better.
It's definitely at a.
It gets better.
Look,
You
just
just have
stick
to
your
find
feet
out
out
what
the
works
bottom
for
of the
you.
blanket. Stick your feet out the bottom, and then put a little bit across the side so you can be warm and cool at the same time.
That does not work for me. That works for him. He does that. But again, if you think my husband was a menopause, because he's been doing that ever since I met him. He sticks his foot out to cool. He said it cools his whole body.
It does.
I think
men have menopause too.
I think they go something too, as far as the high. I don't know what the cause.
Their testosterone levels decrease and change, and so that they have hormone issues too, which can cause some of the same symptoms.
It be cold in there, and it be cold in our room. So
So I don't know if you guys covered this, but I don't know if you guys covered this or not, but the reason why you are going through all of this is because your hormones are changing. Did you go into that, Nikki? You already
a little bit, but that I can still talk more about that because I want to talk too about the brain changes because of that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so like you were saying, we lose estrogen. We're losing our estrogen is decreasing, and it's fluctuating. It's not stable like it was. So when you lose estrogen influences chemicals in your brain like serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine. And those are the things that influence memory, mood, emotions, regulate your sleep. So that's why you start to have all these issues, because that, lack of estrogen is influencing those chemicals in your brain that you need to regulate. So that's what causes some of those issues.
So it is in your head, but it's in your brain.
Right.
Really. It's not delusional. It's really inside your brain.
And that's why sometimes, in addition to, like you were saying, Ms. Jack, having hormone therapy, which is like giving you estrogen to take.
It's replacing the estrogen that you've lost. It's replacing the hormone lost.
Right. And with me, the way they did my hysterectomy was I kept my ovaries, and she said that she wanted to leave them there so that I would go through normal menopause at the right age. And I'm like,
why would you do that?
Why I gotta go through it twice? Why you gonna leave me there? And she was just like,
what are we doing?
They wanted me to have my normal hormones.
Why?
They don't like you to go through menopause early. They do everything they can to keep you on the regular schedule, because you're gonna be miserable for a long time. You're gonna do your peri-menopause, and then you're gonna go into that regular menopause, and they don't want you to go through that early. And plus, you can with the hormone therapy, they want you to be under 60 years old. So if you're under 60 years old and you're healthy, you're a candidate for the hormone therapy. But if you start that early and you're still going through it, there's little that they can do at that point. So they're trying to make you go through at the right age, so you have time to do the thing. You can get the treatments that they have for you, and you can only do it for so long. So that's probably why they want to keep you on your same.
She said she wanted me to experience everything naturally at the normal age that it would be, because I already went through it, but that was to cure the endometriosis. So once they did the surgery, all of that stopped. So I was in a forced menopause, but it was only for me to have the hysterectomy. So she left the ovaries so that when I got older, because remember, this was when I was 35.
Right.
So she was like, it would be too much on, you got to keep going through your normal hormones. If we take your ovaries,
I have a question.
Your body going to be confused.
I have a question. So you say that they can only give you hormone replacements for so long. And I don't understand that, because we are losing our hormones. We go through perimenopause, then we go through menopause. In the process, our hormones are depleting, and we're going to live. So why do they stop giving allowing you to? Why? It's supposed to run out?
You don't go through menopause forever. You don't go through. It
feels like
stops. You eventually go through. You eventually hit postmenopause,
Feel like
and
eons.
you might not have the symptoms. Should be better at that point, but then you may have some medical issues. But but
wait a minute. Wait.
Your body might not react to it correctly, like you never know.
But you do eventually go into it's 3 stages. It's perimenopause for 4 to 8 years, and then you have menopause, and it does this thing for a while, and then you go postmenopause.
I wish y'all could see your faces.
Post-menopause. Okay.
Yes, that's after the storm. The storm is over, but you could get some medical issues because of the lack of estrogen and some other stuff happening in your body. But that,
Okay, so I just read something. It says perimenopause ends when a woman has gone 12 consecutive months without a period.
Yes.
Marking the start of menopause. So that's
yes, correct.
And menopause can last for how long, Nikki? Because you just said some years, and I'm on year 4. Look,
they say between 4 to 8 to 10.
That's about 10 years. You're gonna get your menopause for about 10 years.
Who in charge?
And then everything
doctors.
After that
in charge.
Your body is in charge. How your body reacts and when it goes through this stuff, that's what's telling you, oh, I'm in this. Oh, I'm in this. But then everything after 10 years is postmenopause.
What happens in post? Let me see what happens in post.
So Tam, so this is what happens. Not with postmenopause, but this is where the doctors get the information from, right? So when women go to the doctor, all the doctors are doing are keeping track of the different ages and the times things start, and they give you an average of the women that we've seen and the things they've gone. This is the typical from about roughly 4 to 10. That's where the number comes. What?
So we're all different.
I put that up.
I am so upset right now, folks, because I'm reading postmenopause. So it's the same symptoms, but it has other things added to it. I swear, when I get my hands on Eve,
that's what we gonna look like.
When I get my hands on Eve, I am going to strangle her. This heifer.
That's why men, y'all, if we need some men in the chat so they can see what women have to go through and for how long, because on top of all of this, y'all have to you still got to be mothers. You still got to be dealing with parents and family. They ain't gonna get it.
I'm gonna tell you, my husband, he just be like, okay. Okay.
Mine do too.
If I say something, if I just get to talking about it, he be like, okay.
Because there's nothing he can do to fix it.
I hope you feel better, baby.
No.
That's how I be right there. I swear to God.
I am so upset right now, y'all.
Put the blanket in the front. Just up over.
At this point, it sounds like we are born, we become teenagers, then we have our 20s, then our 30s. And then after 30s, 40s, we start dealing with perimenopause, then menopause, and then postmenopause, and then postmenopause. It's the same things. Low estrogen,
somewhere in there,
dryness, mood changes, sleep disturbance, increased risk of osteoporosis, and heart disease. I quit.
Yeah, heart disease. This one becomes an issue.
But
no, that we turn into. I don't want to be that.
Somewhere in there, your cycle stops.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with that anymore.
Menopause, your cycle stops.
We thought that was the end. That was supposed to be the party.
It is not the end.
That's just the beginning.
That was supposed to be the big bash that you throw at the end of your cycle. Because you know how most of us women hate periods. We hate going through that monthly thing. It's irritating. It's just not becoming not what we want to do. Okay, but we do it because we ain't got no choice. But we supposed to have a celebration.
I thought that was it. Like,
now we start a whole new program. It sounds like
a new process.
But one day in your 60s to 70s, it's gone. It just stops, and you're good. And you're good.
But then you're dealing with increased risk of osteoporosis.
You might have insulin sensitivity, high cholesterol.
After all that, your body about to break down. You done went
but you're
through
not hot anymore. You're not hot anymore.
But your knees is cracking and popping.
I'm with Kitty. I quit. Whatever.
Oh, Jesus, girl. That's a lot, though. That is a lot, though.
But maybe just don't look at the big picture. Don't look at the whole thing at once. Just go one symptom at a time.
Yes.
All I could do is remember my 20s, baby. I was
the good times, the 20s, the 30s.
I was like, like an eagle, baby. Getting in her knees never hurt. Nothing hurt.
You could run. You could go do errands. Not come home and be tired. The heat ain't make you tired. That's like you been running.
Tired. Yeah.
Because if you go out now, like if I go outside and go do something, if me and my husband go out on the field,
I gotta come home and lay down.
I'm tired when I get home.
Lay down.
Like I've been running.
I can't do nothing the whole day. The whole day is too much.
No.
The whole day means I'm gonna be down for a few days after that. Like, don't check for me because I can't.
We have to recuperate.
I know y'all feeling this chat. Y'all, let me see what the chat is saying. How do you have? Okay.
How old?
Vera said, "How old do you have to be before hot flashes stop?" Vera.
One day you wake up and it stops. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm not hot anymore.
You'll be in your late 60s, early 70s, but hold on. You'll still have some of those symptoms because then you move into post and you'll still have some of those symptoms. And let me give you a couple more that you may or may not have. Increased risk of osteoporosis and heart disease. I can't get over it. I am so upset right
This is ghetto, Kitty. This is ghetto.
But that's not for everybody. That's just some cases. That's not
Don't own that. Right. Don't own that.
I'm not going to own any of it.
She said, I ain't going to own any of it. I denounce menopause.
I do. So what we need to do, ladies, as collectively, as a team, as a group think, okay? We need to drink our water. We need to take our vitamins. We need to get our exercise in. We need to watch what we eat because I'm not with it. I'm not with this at all. This is giving a no for me. What do you mean? That means the from 40 until I leave this earth, I'm gonna be going through some things. This is ghetto.
No,
maybe not for sure, but maybe. Don't own it. I'm not owning all that.
I'm not owning any of it.
I ain't gonna own it, but
when you search this information on the interweb, these are ranges that they give you, estimates based on hundreds of thousands and millions of women. These are averages. So that doesn't mean that you're going to go through the extreme and have the whole gamut of everything on you. That just means you may be somebody who goes through it in like
come on, Mr. Brown. Come on, Mr. Brown.
I can't. There's treatments available. Estrogen, progesterone. That's your hormone treatment.
That's what they gave me.
Yeah.
You are at risk of having some issues with anxiety or depression. You might wake up one day and just be super anxious about, something in your life that never bothered you before. There's that. So, but there are treatments for that as well. So we need to take care of our mental health and our physical health, and just be mindful. And when we're starting to have these issues, go to our doctors and say, hey, I can't do this. I need help,
So what I'm hearing is after 40, I can't get past it. After 40, we got all these things that we may or may not happen.
Right.
That's the key word.
We are just supposed to still be able to take care of the house and cook dinner and help with it. But, and children and when I tell you,
Because these are, to society, these are women's issues. Men are like, maybe she got them things going on, them hot flashes, because they think all they know is hot flashes. They don't mood swings and hot flashes. So the world don't care what we go through.
Did y'all talk about the memory? Can't remember stuff.
Yeah, memory loss was one of the symptoms.
Was that one of the ones you talked about, Nikki?
One of the symptoms.
So I didn't go all the way into it, but yes, brain fog is real.
It's real.
That's what they term it, brain fog. And that's forgetfulness and difficulty concentrating, losing words out of thin air, trouble multitasking, and reduced focus. So that's very common during perimenopause, and it improves though over time. It will improve, but in perimenopause, it's real tough. That's one of the most common symptoms in perimenopause.
Have y'all ever been in the middle of a conversation? And first of all, you know that you are a polished person, okay? Especially when you've been in speaking events, you've done conferences, and I'm talking on the professional side, okay? Because I've been a professional for years, okay? And have you ever just been midstream and lost your thought of what you was trying to tell your team, or
man,
couldn't put the words together?
I had a conversation with myself about how to spell the word "what" in the middle. I was in Fort Lee, Virginia, and I had to give graduations. I was the MC of the graduations, and I was writing something real quick, and I was like, "What is it? WAT? Is it WAT?" I had a whole moment about the word "what," and I just lose track of thought sometimes. It's normal.
We all do at this time, at this point in time in our age. You know, it's. I just feel like we're all.
I thank God for my staff. They cope with me because I'll be in the middle of a meeting with them, and I'll be like, "Hold on, y'all," and they be like, they be trying to you was about to say. I'll be like, "All right, what's it called?" They be like, and they help me. They are very good staff, gracious. That's why
we're all gonna go through it, so we may as well help each other.
We have to. They help me on my live. I'd be lost. I'd be like, "What is the word chat? What is y'all know?"
What is I be talking to my clients sometimes and be trying to explain something to them, and I just sit there for a minute, like, and I just try to, I'd be so lost. I'd be looking in the air, like, you're like, hold on, give me a second.
It's all of us, y'all. It's not just one.
I feel better now,
but we are. Yes, I feel better too, Miss Morningstar, that we're talking about it. We are women. We are understanding that we are all going to go through this, no matter what age you're at. You're going to go through it, or you've been through it. Let's help our younger generation to understand that. Enjoy them 20s, baby, and have fun in them 30s, because baby. Yeah.
Downhill once you pass 30.
Well, I won't say downhill. I would say it's a different experience. And but we're women. There's no excuse for some of these men to act like they do. So there's that. Ladies,
we are built for tough.
That's right, baby. You better say that. We are powerful women, okay? Now, there will be days where, look, men, I'm going to give y'all just a tip from DJ Kitty, Auntie Kitty, or whatever you want to call me. Tread lightly. Tread lightly. You do not want these problems from a woman going through menopause. So please be supportive, fellas. We can't help it. We really can't.
What you say, Frank?
Leave my brother alone, Miss Morningstar. He hasn't said a single thing. Anyhow, we are at the end of the show. We may have to cover. So we did perimenopause. I think that we need to get into menopause, and then maybe give some tips on natural remedies and give out some, some things that we have done to help us get through it. And then we'll do posts, because this post got me, y'all know this post got me in a chokehold right about now. I thought it was just peri and then menopause and then I'm done. I didn't know anything about this post, but I'm going to combat it. with my exercise and eating right and taking my vitamins, because this right here is ghetto. Any last words? Let's start with you, Miss Jack.
Because it is the last day of Pride Month, I just want to say one tip on how to deal with the LGBTQ plus community is to keep your opinion to yourself. Your views are your views and your views alone. Some things need not be said.
Amen. Mind your business, please, and leave people alone.
Stay out of people's house. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay. I'm kind of concerned that everybody's so worried about everybody else's preferences. What's wrong with you? Are you not living in your truth? Anywho, Counselor Nikki, any last words?
Yes. Estrogen is a part of our body in so many different ways, and it just gives us information when things are off. So menopause is a natural part of life. It's a natural transition. And so you're not going crazy, and you're not by yourself.
You're not by yourself. You know, DJ Kitty is just as crazy as the rest of y'all. Okay. Whew, this postmenopause got me shooketh. All right, Miss Morningstar. This was really educational. I'm a little sad now that I think about it, but I'm gonna be all right because I got a plan. Any last words, Miss Morningstar, can you please take us home?
I was going to say, it's time to take us home. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Memphis, Tennessee, Holly Springs, Mississippi. I hope this was good and educational and you learned something today, because I did. I definitely did. And it's comforting to know that you're not alone in this struggle. So you guys make sure you come back tomorrow for our political tea show. You already know Duce and DJ. Gonna bring some of that political smoke of what's going on, this debacle of a country we live in. Anywho, we will see you guys back tomorrow. Thank you, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everybody who tunes in and supports us. We cannot do this without you. We love you guys. Thank you. We will see y'all tomorrow. Be safe, y'all. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.